What is up, guys? And in this super simple video, I'm going to show you the basics of how you make any video look a little bit more professional by using any ring light. Doesn't matter what brand or what type of light, just a light. Having the right camera settings on your, for my case, Nikon DSLR, and having the right microphone and framing and all that stuff. Because a while ago I made a video on the newer and Mount Dog ring lights, but the truth is you don't need specific name brand products or a ring light to up your video, and I'm going to show you in this video having something that looks like this, looking a little bit more cinematic and professional like. So first thing what you want to do right off the bat is I would check your camera settings, and if that is on the proper settings to make the best use of your camera, in this case Nikon. So first thing I would do is, currently looking at the ISO is set at high 0.70, and for DSLRs I don't want to go above, let's say, 1000 ISO. Okay, now I have it at 800 ISO. Check my aperture, it's at 3.5, and then I would go to my shutter speed. As you can see now, it looks a little weird, so I would adjust the shutter speed. When you're shooting video, you always want to aim for either 1/30 or 1/50 is the typical cinematic form if you want to shoot any sort of like video on a 24 frame per second timeline. So now my settings are at 1/50, 3.5 aperture, and 800 ISO. And as you can see, before and after already, just by having the right camera settings, and my white balance is set to auto, but it looks like it's correcting it pretty fine. And as you can see, just from that simple trick of making sure your camera settings are right is already looks a lot more better. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up, I have some ambient lighting, as you can see there, just as a little background lighting. Link is in the description. You can check out what that light is. It is by Lofttech, sent over to me. I am not sponsored, but if you want to see that little light, I'll feature that in just a little second. But next, we're going to use my Mount Dog ring light, as well as proper framing, and seeing how I can use the best lighting setup for this situation, even if you have no budget and you're trying to do a makeshift YouTube studio. So let's get into it. Now that I've completely changed up my framing, I set up this ring light. You can probably tell it is quite a lot overexposed. I'm gonna make my tripod just a little taller here. And first thing what you do is, if your lighting is too bright, first thing all you need to do is lower your ISO low as possible as it can go. And I'm shooting at 100 ISO right now. My focus is on AFS, half press it. And I should be in focus now. And as you can see, this is with lighting, and there's already a big difference. I didn't need to spend a budget. Just changed up where I shot initially to have that YouTube kind of look. Put myself dead in the middle, and I used the ring light set on highest setting possible. And my settings are 1/50, 3.5 aperture, and 100 ISO. And you're probably wondering, what am I shooting with? The good old 18-55 kit lens, and I'm using my Rode Video Mic Pro to shoot the audio. And it's really that simple, guys. It's not about the actual lighting. Like, I can use a softbox if I wanted. I can use any light as long as it's facing towards me. And I framed it in a way where the camera isn't pointing down or in this weird obscure angle. And now it looks like a typical YouTube setup. And if you want to get super fancy with it, you can use this, which is like a mood light, or you can use it as a fill light, your main source of lighting. And that is the basics of how you have an improper budget-friendly YouTube studio and turn it into an actual looking YouTube studio. It doesn't matter where you are, in your bedroom or in your homemade office, or whether you're shooting some impromptu video. That is how you do it. Super straightforward. And you can also see the effects of before and after when it comes to lighting and mood lighting, and I'm going to show you guys that just in a second, but it's really that simple. My name is Peter, and that was my little quick start, how you make your video goes from to decently looking, all under 60 seconds with just a ring light, your kit lens, and decent properly framing. And it's not about using the most fanciest gear or equipment, especially on YouTube. Link is in the description for all the equipment that I actually use. Check that out if you want to support the channel, as well as you can sign up for my free beginner's guide to camera gear. I'll help you with what type of lens I'm using, what audio equipment I recommend, as well as what lighting. Sign up for that. It's free, no strings attached. Just put your email and name and I will send you that free guide. Thanks for watching Broke Visionary Collective. My name is Peter. We all start with nothing, but you can always create something. Let's get her going.